Today, the White House confirming a new deal with Taiwan Semiconductor to open a third microchip plant right here in Arizona. The development will get more than $6 billion from the CHIPS Act. Those chips are used in everything from cars to cell phones and computers. The White House wants 20% of those chips made here in the States by the year 2030.